AJ with Think Grids, your host of the Startup Junkie Live podcast on the Apple platforms, TuneIn, as well as Spotify. And each week I like to come to you beyond the podcast, which is on Monday and Wednesday, except for this week. The podcast is actually going to be on Tuesday, a very special edition of the podcast. We're going to enjoy that conversation about good and bad decisions. Now, let me tell you why I'm coming to you right now, okay? I have a friend, okay? And my friend, he would be deemed pretty successful, right? In his field of expertise, right? And my friend said, man, look, if I want to learn to be a millionaire or learning to be a millionaire, I talk to millionaires. Learning to be a billionaire, I talk to billionaires. I talk to people who have, instead of just talking the talk, they actually walk the walk. They've actually done it, okay? They've actually done it. So let me tell you why I'm coming to you today to share this message. And we're staring at the Omni Hotel. Like, our suite is absolutely beautiful. In fact, you can just kind of see the out, and the suite is huge. In fact, I'm just gonna walk a little bit. This is how far I'm walking from the window, right? So I'm just turn around here, and you can really see or kind of get an idea of how big the suite is. In fact, there's this huge TV on the wall. I'm not going to show you the bed because I got stuff all over the place, and of course my wife would not like that. She's like, she always wants to have a neat place, especially if I'm filming. But nonetheless, here's the scenario and the story. So last night, we're having dinner with very, very well-to-do people. When I say well-to-do, reflecting back on what my friend said, if you want to know how to be a millionaire, actually talk to a millionaire. So we're having dinner, right? And so the waiter comes out, and the waiter talks about, all of the selections on the menu, and then the waiter said, but we have something even more special that's off menu. And the waiter talks about this Japanese Wagyu beef, and we ate at Bob's restaurant here in the hotel, the Omni Hotel in Dallas. It's so beautiful. There's 7 restaurants on site, okay, on site. But anyway, he goes and he's talking. He is, it's $175 an ounce for each. For each ounce of beef is $175. And the person who we're having dinner with says, oh, that sounds great. I tell you what, we'll take about 4 ounces of that, just all, just as an appetizer. We just want this, and we want this, we want this, we want this. And they look at us and they say, get whatever you want, right? And I'm thinking to myself, right? I'm like, okay, damn, the bill's almost $1,000 already. You know what I mean? With everything that they order just on the appetizers, right? And so, my friend, reflecting back on what my friend has said to me, he goes, man, if I want to learn to be a millionaire, I talk to millionaires. I get into the mindset of a millionaire and what they think, right? So I saw it as an opportunity for me to actually have a conversation with this person, right? And this person started telling me about pretty much how they built their fortune, okay? And they also talked about how they actually expected it. They expected to become a millionaire, right? And they also talked about how they used to have a scarcity mindset. Like, they were always being a penny wise, pound foolish. In other words, they wouldn't invest in themselves. They would count every penny. They would look over, they literally would step over dollars to get to pennies, right? And then they basically said once they changed that mindset of scarcity and always being concerned about what needed to be paid and all of that, things just absolutely 100% changed for them. So I also asked them, I say, well, did you, just kind of reaffirming or confirming what my friend said to me about actually hanging out with millionaires. My friend said to me, hey man, that's the only people I hang out with when I'm trying to understand business and how they did it. So I took the liberty of asking this person the same thing. I said, well, who do you hang out with? And when I started realizing who they hang out with like Hobby Airport, okay? Like they play like racquetball with this person, okay? Or they with some other names I'm not gonna even mention, but they very, very well-to-do, very, very rich people, tons of generational wealth, right? And when it was all said and done, that's all they do, right? They expect for it to happen for them in terms of them actually to have and create great fortune. Two, they totally don't think like, with a scarcity mindset, like, being a penny wise, pound foolish. For example, they always believe in tipping waiters, right? At least 20%. They always believe in tipping the valet. They always believe in going the extra mile to show appreciation for those who are less fortunate, right? And they said this all plays into the millionaire mindset. And since we are a composite of the 5 closest people we're around, as I said, I asked them who they hang out with, and like I said, they were all well-to-do. And they said that is an absolute must, being around those people who are like mine. In fact, when you think about it, let's reflect back on Eddie Murphy's return to Saturday Night Live, right? Do you know like Eddie Murphy, Dave Chappelle, Tracy Morgan, Chris Rock, all these successful guys actually hang out with each other. And it was the same during the Harlem Renaissance. All these successful people hang out with each other. And if you've ever seen The Godfather of Harlem, right, with Forrest Whitaker, you will know that, Malcolm X hung out with the actual Godfather of Harlem, who is Bumpy Johnson, right? And all those guys actually hung out and knew well-to-do and well-known people. So here is my final message to you, based on what I've learned from actually being around those people who not only talk the talk, but they actually walk the walk. They've actually made their millions, and they've actually done, they've done what I'm seeking to do. Number one, get rid of that scarcity mindset, okay? Just get rid of the shit. Get rid of it, okay? Because at the end of the day, the only person that it serves a poor person. It serves the poor mentality to be always thinking that, hey, I gotta watch this, I gotta watch it. I'm not saying spend foolishly. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying expect abundance, okay? Number 2, choose your friends wisely, which is a mastermind group. If you wanna be around, if you wanna be whatever you wanna be, hang around with those people who do exactly what it is that you want to do, and they're very successful at it. Just as my friend said, he goes, if I want advice on how to be a millionaire or a billionaire, I just talk to a millionaire or a billionaire. And the people that we had dinner with last night, this gentleman, that's exactly what he does, right? And number 3, expect the best. But expecting the best means you actually have to put in the work to actually make it happen for yourself, right? And don't be so, again, cheap. Invest in yourself. All right, so I just wanted to share that message because Wagyu beef, $175 an ounce. I mean, come on now. This huge suite at the Omni Hotel with 7 restaurants on site in beautiful downtown Dallas. It's freaking awesome. It's absolutely 100% freaking awesome.